Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take something from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week, it is my Star Wars The Black Series Jango Fett. Now he is a 6-inch figure. I cannot remember when he came out or when I got him, but I'm pretty sure I got him when he was released. He was just one of those random finds at the local toy store. What we'll do is we'll give him a spin and hopefully he won't fall down. So you can see on the back he's got his Mandalorian jetpack that you would know from Attack of the Clones. He's fairly well detailed, and you know, like they've done a bit of weathering for the armour. I don't know if it will show up very well. You can see it's sort of darkened in places, so you get nice sort of scorch marks and that used look to it. Now he comes with, I think it was 4 accessories that you need to attach to him. So it's the 2 pistols, his helmet, and the jetpack at the back. You'll probably notice that he's standing on a figure stand. That is because he is rather top heavy and he is fairly hard to actually get to stand without a figure stand. Now the figure stand I've got him on is something I bought in a pack of I think 20 a couple years ago. I don't believe they're in production anymore, but there should be something similar out there if you require them yourself. Otherwise you might just need to put them into sort of like an action pose or something. Anyway, I'll take him off the stand, I'll bring him up close. So he's got the holsters either side. Now the pistols can be removed and can be put in there if you want them to be. Just attach that so you can see the peg holes there in the back and in the back of the jetpack. So they basically just line up in the back and then you've got them. And the helmet does come off, which shows you Temuera Morrison. Now I'm not sure if the re-released Boba Fett figure is the same. Oh wow, he's actually standing for once. The viewfinder doesn't move down or up or whatever. It's a fixed position thing. So that's not part of his articulation area. Articulation wise though, he's got like a swivel at the hand. He's got bicep movement and elbow movement, and then of course shoulder movement. There is a little bit at the shoulder to get it out, but of course the armour, you know, the shoulder pauldron will hit the chest piece, and that means that it's limited to that area. Try to get a foot out of there. Hopefully this shows, it might not. If it doesn't, both of the fingers are actually put in a, you know, like a triggering position. So he is set up to fire his blaster straight away. They have like articulated that. I think it was a wrist missile he had on that side. So like his gauntlets have a bit of detail, but they're not really set up to really pop out or anything. There is swivel at the waist and there's a slight bit of an ab crunch, but I think again the armour gets in the way here, so you're sort of limited. And then there is articulation at the legs, so right at the top there's a bit there and at the waist and stuff, but again, because of how it's moulded, these come down across the legs and cut them off. So you're limited in articulating them there as well. There is a bit of swivel at the foot. Try to get that in shot for you. Not very much. There's a little bit of twist as well. So like if you got, I think it's like a Bandai figure stand, you could probably get him in a sort of flying dynamic pose like that if you wanted, which is probably a really good way of displaying him. There is articulation at the knee, and this one is very tight because I don't really pose him very much, so like that shows you how much of a bend it is if you want to get it into that kind of bend. In this case, the knee armor really doesn't do any damage to it, so that's actually quite handy. And then of course there's details in all his pouches along the front there, so all around he's actually quite a nifty figure. I know I use nifty a lot, but I'm pretty pleased with him. I certainly wish that he would stand a bit better. Now, while I've got him there, I don't know how well that will show up, but there are 2 peg holes, so you have the opportunity to put a stand on either foot if you really want to. Actually I should pull that off. So when the head is, helmet is off, I should say, not the head, there is a little bit of, in shot, a little bit of up and down, but not very much, and of course there is the full twist. You could probably, I don't know how well you can see it, but there is a joint in there in his head. You could probably try to force it, but of course the problem with that is you'll probably end up snapping the neck or something, and that's certainly not something you want to do. So see if we can pose him this way. Good old lazy Susan. So probably not the best of poses, but I suppose in a way it kind of works as kind of like jetpacking backwards. He's a pretty good figure. These days you'll probably only find him on the second-hand market. I don't know if there's any plans to re-release him, but obviously at the moment there is a legacy series of the Black Series, which has just given us Boba Fett, so it's entirely possible he'll come back, or you probably don't really want him at the end of the day, because I think for most collectors what they really want is Boba Fett. So I don't know if you'll be able to find one available, but I think he's a worthy addition to your collection if you can find him. I think around the same era there was an Obi-Wan Kenobi release that would fit in quite well with this, so you can sort of have that Attack of the Clones diorama if you want, but each to their own really. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe. Maybe share it with your friends if you think it's something they would like too. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.